Everything you do, people talk. Everywhere you go, people talk, yeah. The way you live your life, people wonder. They will wonder the mind them. The mind them. The mind them. Yeah. In this life, everybody has a time. It's a time on my time. No one can stop your shine. No matter who you are, no matter where you come from, it will shine, shine, shine. So President, we are. This is your time. For the good thing you not do. This is your time. President, we are. We are so in love you. We say thank you for our children. Thank you for our nation. Thank you for Liberia. Thank you for the road you have fixed. Thank you for the school you have built. Barrow Melody, Dogman Melody. Joe, we love you. We wanna say we love you. Liberia love you. Yeah. In this life, everybody has a time. It's a time on my time. No one can stop your shine. No matter who you are, no matter where you come from, you will shine, shine, shine. So President, we are. This is your time. For the good thing you not do. This is your time. President, we are. We are so in love you. We say thank you for our children. Thank you for our nation. Thank you for Liberia. President, we are. This is your time. For the good thing you not do. This is your time. President, we are. We are so we love you. We say thank you for our children. Thank you for our nation. Thank you for Liberia. It's justLiberia.com.
Good evening and welcome. Welcome to another exciting edition of the program,
Kiki on this one.
Liberia First on GBARNGA Talk.
Yeah. Oh. Everything you do, people talk.
Today is
People talk, yeah. The way you live your life.
Wednesday,
They will wonder the mind.
September the 13th, 2023.
The mind.
We are coming to you from Detroit, Michigan. Welcome to all of you joining us here.
Everybody has a time. It's a time on my time. No one can stop your shine.
Amy Black,
No matter who you are,
Diamond Breeze
no
Con.
matter where you come.
Thanks for the distribution there.
Shine, shine, shine. So President, we are. This is your time. For the good thing you not do. This is your time. President, we are. We are so in love you. We say thank you for our children. Thank you for our nation. Thank you for Liberia. Thank you for the road you have fixed. Thank you for the school you have built. Barrow Melody, Dogman Melody. Joe, we love you. We wanna say we love you. Liberia love you. Yeah.
If you join us here for the very first time, we say welcome to you
It's a time
on this podcast, this network.
to stop your shine.
We insist to be civil.
Who you are.
There must be no curse words, no insults of any kind.
Shine, shine, shine.
Welcome.
President, we are.
Invite someone, like the page, follow the page.
This is your time. President, we wanna say we love you. We said thank you for our children, thank you for our nation, thank you for Liberia. Nation, this is your time. For the Google thing you not do. This is your time. President, we say we love you all. We say thank you for our children, thank you for our nation, thank you for Liberia. Thank you for the road you have fixed, thank you for the school you have built. Spiral medicine, darkness medicine, WEAH, we love you. We wanna say we love you, Liberia love you. Yeah. In this life, everybody has a time. It's a time on my time. No one can stop your shine. No matter who you are, no matter where you come from, you will shine, shine, shine so bright. And we are. This is your time.
Amy Black is our highest distributor tonight, along with Diamond Breeze Corn. Two people.
We said thank you for our children, thank you for our nation, thank you for
Invite someone, like the page, follow the page, and be my guest. I'm looking at who all that are distributing this show tonight. We've got a great show coming up.
This is your time. For the Google thing you not do. This is your time. President, we are.
Liberia elections countdown. 27 more days to October 10, 2023. General and presidential elections as campaigns heat up.
The way you live your life, people wonder.
Our monologue tonight, running on the record. Why is the CDC-led government of Liberia anxious and excited about her 6 years record compared to the former ruling Unity Party 12 years record? Are the Liberian people better off today than 5 years ago or 17 years ago, holding the Unity Party and others in the opposition bloc feet to the fire against their lies, falsehoods, and hate messages? How do they compare? His Excellency President George WEAH toured districts today in BONG County. BONGA was the huge rally. BONGA City, BONG County dedicated several projects and called on supporters and residents to give him, incumbent and aspiring lawmakers, CDC lawmakers that is, a second term, and be peaceful throughout the electoral process as waves of citizens line up the highway to welcome the president to their respective towns and cities.
In this life, everybody has a time. It's a time on my time. No one can stop your shine.
Empty field. Unity Party rescue team was greeted with empty CHDW field in Tottenburg, Bombay County, as Mo Ali ran over a journalist with his car. JMB taken out of the country again. Is it a health scare or the sale of Wologisi Mountain? Let's dig deeper. RIA intercepts. The Joint Security Forces at the Roberts International Airport intercepted several boxes allegedly containing moringa tea leaves, but tests reveal they contain meth. or methamphetamine. As the RIA Chief of Security is suspended indefinitely.
This is your time.
Who's saying the truth about this case?
What do you not do? This is your time. President, we are.
Overcrowdedness at the University of Liberia. US students are seen sitting or squatting on the floors in classrooms during lessons.
Thank you for the role you have fixed. Thank you for the school you have built.
Fake or real story? It's the free tuition scheme by the CDC-led government of Liberia yielding results.
Yeah.
Why are the opposition mocking the students in their quest for education, no matter how? And the government of Liberia for lack of cheers.
No matter where you come from, you will shine, shine, shine so bright. And we are.
This is your time.
For the Google thing you not do. This is your
Hawatote, Lady Adoma, Nina Quia,
time. We are.
Mieta Dan, Liberia's future, Matilda Stevens.
We love you.
Thanks for the distribution there.
We said thank you for our children, thank you for our nation, thank you for Liberia.
Donate to the CLN. The Concerned Liberian Network Incorporated solicits your donations for our Liberia projects, bereavements, injured, and community outreach. Send donations to the Cash App handle,
And we are.
the $CLN28.
This is your time.
And you're going to see the name Comfort Mami Tay. Don't worry.
This is your time.
Tonight's broadcast is dedicated to a number of folks
We are.
celebrating their birthdays, anniversaries, and special milestones.
We said thank you for our children, thank you for the Google thing you not do.
Talking about Miss Catherine Doe,
This is your time.
an ardent listener of this program.
And we are.
Happy birthday to you. Charles Croji Sr.
We love you.
of Minnesota, now in Liberia. Happy birthday.
Thank you for our children,
Otavin Sampson,
for our nation,
there in North Dakota.
for Liberia.
Happy birthday to you. Helen Gao,
Thank you for the road.
Jean,
Thank you for the school.
Seba S. Ware. Happy birthday to you there, my friend.
Dog man,
Martha Freeman Chair,
we love.
Grace Beza. And for all of you celebrating your birthdays, anniversaries, and special milestones, we say congratulations to you as well.
The time.
This broadcast is dedicated to you also.
No one can stop your shine. No matter who you are, no matter where you come from, you will shine, shine, shine so bright. And we are. This is your time. For the Google thing you not do. This is your time. President, we are. We are so we love you. We said thank you for our children, thank you for our nation, thank you for Liberia. President, we are. This is your time. For the Google thing you not do. This is your time. President, we are. We are so we love you. We said thank you for our children, thank you for our nation, thank you for Liberia. Yo. No way, one to us, yo. Na all, ina sumo, na all, ina sumo, no way, one speak to yo. No way, one to us, yo. Na all, ina sumo, na all.
Ansudi Sano, Winston Logan, Nina Quia, Miata Dan, welcome, and thanks for the distribution there.
For a second time, the mandate that you gave me 6 years ago.
We said we want goals. Look where they're paying goals. We want the hospitals. Look where they're paying hospitals. We say we want go to school. Look where not pay the school fee. We want the market. Look where not pay the yard.
Yo. No way, one to us, yo.
Martina Stevens, Hawatote, Amy Black, all of the Moy, Iowa. Thanks for the distribution.
Yo. No way, one to us, yo. Na all, ina sumo,
Basis, Dama Breeze, call Kansas City, Missouri. Thanks for the distribution.
Yo. No way, one to us, yo. Na all, ina sumo, na all, ina sumo, no way, one speak to yo. Yo. No way, one to us, yo. Na all, ina sumo,
Salome Weeks,
ina sumo.
welcome, my darling little sister, and thanks for the distribution.
It's peaceful and secure. We intend to keep it this way.
Bringing electricity, agriculture and forestry.
So for your cry, Catherine Doe, happy birthday to you.
Fighting corruption.
The show is dedicated to you and others tonight.
Press, finance and jobs. Poverty and livelihood.
Dana Tore, Dallas, Texas, welcome.
Yo. No way, one to us, yo. Na all, ina sumo, na all, ina sumo, no way, one speak to yo.
Intend to keep it this way.
Bringing electricity, agriculture and forestry. Spreading security, fighting corruption. Stabilize, press, finance and jobs. Poverty and livelihood. Yo. No way, one to us, yo.
The other,
Ina sumo, na all, ina sumo, no way, one speak to yo. No way, one to us, yo. Na all, ina sumo, na all, ina sumo.
I have a dream. Barack Obama said, change, yes, we can. And I, George Weah, said, power to the people. Yes, we must. Fellow citizens, fellow Liberians, freedom and power brings responsibility. The responsibility rests upon CDC, a noble party representing a noble people. Before the birth of CDC, we have endured all the pains of poverty and the marginalization. Our heart is heavy with the consciousness of this sorrow. Some of those pains continue even now. However, the past is over, and it is the future that attracts us now. The struggle of the people is the true national one. It is the struggle of the Liberian people, inspired by their own suffering and their own experience. It is the struggle for the right to live. In my time, I have and will dedicate myself to the struggle of the Liberian people. I stand before you humble by your courage, with a heart full of love for all of you. I regard it as the highest honor to lead the CDC at this moment in our history. And in that, we have been chosen to lead our country and people into the new century. I pledge to use all my strength and my ability to live up to your expectation of me as well as of the CDC. I have cherished the ideas of a democratic and free society in which all persons live together in harmony and with equal opportunities. It is an idea which I hope to live for and to achieve, but it need be. It is an idea which I am prepared to die for. It is an idea which I hope to live for and to achieve, but it need be. It is an idea which I am prepared to die for. To the people of Liberia, years of a democratic and free society in which all persons live together in harmony and with equal opportunities. It is an idea which I hope to live for and to achieve, but it need be. It is an idea which I am prepared to die for. Ability to live up to your expectation of me as well as of the CDC. I have cherished the ideas of a democratic and free society in which all persons live together in harmony and with equal opportunities. It is an idea which I hope to live for and to achieve, but it need be. It is an idea which I am prepared to die for. To the people of Liberia, whose representatives we are, we make an appeal to join us with faith and confidence in this great struggle. Because this is no time for petty and destructive criticism, no time for ill will or blaming others, but instead we must build a noble palace of free Liberia where all our children may live. The people of Liberia, whose representatives we are, we make an appeal to join us with faith and confidence in this great struggle, because this is no time for petty and destructive criticism, no time for ill will or blaming others, but instead we must build a noble palace of free Liberia where all our children may live. Amanda, I am prepared to die for. To the people of Liberia, whose representatives we are, we make an appeal to join us with faith and confidence in this great struggle, because this is no time for petty and destructive criticism, no time for ill will or blaming others, but instead we must build a noble palace of free Liberia where all our children may live.
CDC coming. CDC coming. CDC coming. We also to appreciate. CDC coming. We also to appreciate. CDC coming. We also to appreciate. We also CDC coming. We also to appreciate. We also. Citizen people also. We also. No matter what they say, no matter what they do, Liberian people love you, yeah. We don't know what they want from you, hey. They bring a question, Papa, you balance all the equation without the calculator. Tazawa James Nibogla, welcome there from the Kingdom of Morocco. Great to see you on here. I hope everybody's doing well. Keep on giving it a check, Lady Adoma, keep on giving it a check, you have the heart of gold, Mr. President. May God bless you always. Bravo to you. Rose Talu, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. My great president, God bless you. No matter what they say, no matter what they do,
Everybody love you.
Ade Gray, welcome.
All the students love you. We outside. See this shit out.
Henry Dubois Hill, Rodney Jar,
Appreciate you.
you have made Liberia proud
Appreciate you.
and will continue to cherish you, President Dr. King George.
We outside. See this shit outside. We outside.
We outside.
Everybody outside. We outside. We outside. Marketeers outside. We outside. We outside. All the students.
Helena M. Brown,
We outside.
welcome to you.
Outside.
Helen Quayon Elliott,
Pape outside.
Jack Dankwan,
Outside.
welcome.
We outside. We outside. Outside. We outside. We outside. Outside. Finishing outside. Bakuchere outside.
We outside, CDC coming. We outside to appreciate you.
Bakuchere outside. Yes. CDC family.
Dua G. Crusoe, welcome there from the nation's capital. Samuel Jacob, Kanazile, Kebe Kula Clark, best president ever, period. And for all of you on the FM dial, we say welcome to you, as well as on the YouTube channel. Orita Kwa, Emmanuel Bro, Emmanuel Mawie Zaza, welcome to all of you on the YouTube channel. Fred Nimla Dix, you are just on time. Isa Oza, Jerome Gayman, Binta Jalo, welcome to all of you. We are sir, CDC coming.
We also do appreciate the outside, yes. CDC family. We also do appreciate the outside.
We are sir, CDC coming. We also to appreciate you. Linda Morris, Sadatu Kadi Bule, Avros, James Willie, Nelly, and Stephen Kia.
We also do appreciate the leader.
Emmanuel Zanga, Helena Ba, Donald Tode, Matilda Stevens. We are sir, CDC coming. We are sir to appreciate you. Nina Queer, hey daddy, please invite Prince Carr here for an interview, no doubt. Favor Puri, welcome. Seattle, Washington. Eddie Mayata Song Belema, welcome to you.
We also do appreciate the leader.
Folks, good evening to you there and welcome. We got a great show for all of us here tonight. And of course, I'm excited, as always, to be in your company and to be the bearer of great news from our country and around the world. Welcome to all of you. Helen Quayon Elliott, Nelly Kia, Mark Veli. Good to see you here too, as always, from South Korea. Welcome there. Answer Zeke Morris Dukley will stay also until October 10th. No doubt about that. Isaac, Mike O'Barry, Nick Senior from Minnesota. Welcome to you. All of you joining us there for the very first time, we say welcome. On this podcast, we insist to be civil with one another. There will be no curse words, no insults of any kind. If you don't like what we say, what we do here, we say switch the channel, move to another channel, another network that entertain insults, not here. And what we do here, we'll block you without letting you know. We'll just block you. Joseph Richards, welcome. Teresa Pierre City, And Ali Bagayoko, welcome to all of you there from our Triple D department, and you know yourselves. Joseph Richards, how are my 18th Street people? Let's go all the way. George Mana, we are Comfort Sapi. Welcome to you. Tonight's broadcast is dedicated to a number of folks celebrating their birthdays, anniversaries, and special milestones. Talking about Catherine Doe. She's following the program tonight. Happy birthday to you, Miss Doe. Charles Croji Sr., Otavian Sampson, Helen Gao, Jean from Monrovia, Liberia, Seba S. Ware, Martha Freeman Chie, Grace Beza, and all of you celebrating your birthdays, anniversaries, and special milestones. This broadcast is dedicated to you as well. Today marks on a countdown 27 days to go to October 10th general and presidential elections. As campaigns gain momentum, where will you be on October 10th, 2023? Where will you be? Big Smoke, Gordon Williams. Will you be in Monrovia? John Saki Kone from Atlanta City. Abraham Kone from Atlantic or New Jersey as well. Uh, we can't wait to be in Monrovia very soon. October 10th is loading. We got great news for all of us here concerning October 10th. We're going to be speaking to you tonight again on the monologue here, the theme, running on the record. Why is the CDC-led government of Liberia anxious and excited about all 6 years record compared to the former ruling Unity Party 12 years records? Are the Liberian people better off than 5 years ago or 17 years ago? Holding the former ruling Unity Party and others in the opposition bloc feet to fire against their lies, falsehoods, and hate messages. How do they compare? How do they compare 12 years to 6 years? How do they compare? Patterson Davis, welcome to you. He says, among all those presidents Liberia ever had, I love only two. One, President WEAH, and Samuel Kedo, no doubt. Okay, how do they compare? Gordon Williams, Big Smoke, he said December, no doubt. We're going to be there, December, January, the inauguration. And then, but October 10th is fast approaching, is a very significant day and date in our country's history. Whether we move forward with development, growth, productivity, or we send the country back to sleep, right? Let's welcome Ms. Rashad Besaji Chapin. She joined us from Australia. And Ms. Chapin, good evening or good morning, good afternoon to you there. And welcome. It's a great night once more. Good to see you. Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Gibbon. Thank you for the hard work. Thanks to everybody following the platform, our faithful followers.
Right.
And those who just joining our CLN family. Thanks, everybody, for your hard work, your contributions, and everything. We appreciate the depth of commitment you have shown over the time towards Liberia. You know, you don't know the comments you made, the contribution you made. You don't know how far it has gone, but we can see from the election, from the how things have shifted compared to 2020, and we can see how things have shifted. You know,
right.
In the discussion, because of our consistent advocacy for clean. I don't want to. Maybe I should say a clinical for a clinical discussion. You know.
Right.
Yeah, because it's most things clinical are evidence based. They are not based on misconception. Yeah, backed by evidence. So yeah, so we are advocated all the time consistently for people to speak the truth.
Speak the truth.
And make judgment based on evidence.
Right.
So we see we almost there. So October 10th, I call it by that time President WEAH, when we emerged victorious, Liberia and the governorship of President WEAH will be out of the critical stage, will be out of the intensive care unit. You know?
Right, right.
By then now, we're going to hold President WEAH a little more accountable now.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because the past 6 years was really characterized by some extent of turbulence. But despite that, you stay able to navigate.
Right.
Despite turbulence, you navigate this. And we see the ending of the 6th year, we see a smooth sail, you know?
Right.
Yeah, so we're grateful to God first for everything. And then want to tell God, thank you for each and every one of us, you know.
Absolutely.
To the test of time. Thank you, Mr. Gilmore.
Thank you very much, Ms. Chapin. And folks, again, welcome to all of you just joining us here. We are coming to you from Detroit, Michigan. It's a great evening here. 27 days to go to October 10th general and presidential elections. It's a great, great, great time in our country's history as we bring you these information, bits and pieces here. No, Monique Boyu, welcome to you there. Josephine Kimball, Gati Passaway, welcome. Sekou Fofana, good to see you. Ambrose Sa, and all of you just joining us here. Benetta Chia, Arataino Solo, I'm watching you, watching me. Eric Goa, good to see you as well. Tokba Wise, Monique Walker, welcome, welcome. Angel Mieta. All right, so folks, President WEAH was out on a campaign trail today in BONG County, talking to the citizens, residents, and folks out there. While there, the president also, uh, uh, I mean, made a number of some dedication for developmental projects, either completed or ongoing. And of course, Banga, Bong County showed up. They showed down, they showed up, they showed down. Today in Bong County, the sports stadium in Banga was lighted up with thousands and thousands of uh, 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 Liberians that had come to grace the occasion to greet the president to assure him of a first one-round victory. Yeah. Tepstra says the criminal Stanton Witherspoon was parading around with fake documents. What do you expect? Christy Jabba, Seyon Pote, welcome. Okay. These are some of the things that the president did in Bond County. Some of the developmental projects. Thank you, Angel Miata. She said, Mr. Gilmer, I like your shirt. Nice. Absolutely. Thank you very much. This is a gift from somebody. Yeah. Okay. These are some of the development in Bond County undertaken by this government, this president. Reasons why he will be re-elected. Yeah. Yeah, Hamilton Tappe. I wish I was there, Mr. Gilmore. The president is lovable everywhere he goes. Yeah. The electrification of Banga, the capital city, and 50 surrounding towns with city power, LEC, the very first time since 1847. Okay? Banga City is electrified, which is the capital of Bong County, and 50 surrounding towns. Provision of $50 million in small micro loans to market women, and the construction of assorted market buildings in Salala and Fuama districts, all happening in Bong County. The total revamping and expansion of the Tomutu Technical and Vocational Institute in Salala, Bong County. The construction of 2 modern healthcare centers in Beniquele and Jowa townships. The construction of the ultra modern Central Bank regional cash hub in Banga. Central Bank is now regionally located, uh, uh, a branch in Banga, Bon County, to serve that area or that part of the country. The full pavement of the Banga Broad Street and ongoing construction of the Lofa Road that leads from Banga to Zozo. These are just a few of development projects this president have undertaken. Okay, but Confident D, welcome to you. UJ, one way, welcome. Princess Bay Taylor, welcome there from the Grand Rapids, Michigan, and Arnold Taylor, welcome. Okay, these are just a few of the projects being undertaken or already completed in Bond County. It's either implemented by LACE or the Ministry of Public Works or contracted to companies. What is LACE? Liberia Agency for Community Empowerment. LACE, LACE, is the Liberia Agency for Community Empowerment. The one that Pepsi Yeke is head of. Leo Dan, the Propo Homes. Okay? LACE is headed by Pepsi Yeke. And you would think that this organization, LACE, was established when President WEAH came to be. Who thought so? Who thought this office or that Pepsi Yeke heads today was there long time ago or was created by the Unity Party government? Hamilton Tapper says, me. Sarah Dopo, where are you? Miata Ade, where are you? Joanna Zulu. Seku Fofana says, I was thinking so. Frederick Tennessee man, I never heard much about it. Eric Goa, Mr. Gilman, CDC, and Chizazan Kawa, who brought about yo? Zina yo. Yeah. Now Zanza Kawa read there, my man. Eric Goa. Yo been there a long time. But if you want to talk about Zanzan Kawa, you got to say Zina yo. Yeah. Okay. Let me say good evening to one of our senior analysts, Delano Tamasa, and co-chair on the Concerned Liberian Network. Tamasa, good evening to you. Welcome. How you doing?
Yeah, the watchman, good evening to you as well. I'm doing great. Let me say, I don't know, it's good morning or good afternoon to sis Rachel in Australia, and also to our people that are following us here in the US, more especially our family, the CLN family, and to the ground forces and the Coalition for Democratic Change and all affiliates party that are within this particular campaign, making sure that we set up the second term of President George Weah. I want to say good evening to you. Most of our people in Liberia, Monrovia, going down to the Liberia County, especially the city, the Bongis. The Bongis show up today in their numbers.
They did.
It was a clear manifestation that President Weah and the Coalition for Democratic Change are in the commanding lead. But it is great. It's always great, to be with the wise man. Once you're with the wise man, more often you get wise as well.
No doubt.
So my salute to you and the rest of the team. I know AB is following. He was on special assignment yesterday.
Right, he's following.
Yeah, I know he's following. And to Russia and the rest of the team, our people in Minnesota, the final share of the CLN, talking about Conformament Tate, the Financial Secretary General, the Secretary General, the ones that now, acting, Ms. Boyu, the Queen, our dynamic Queen, and the rest of the folks. I just want to say hi to you. You people are so amazing. And it's a great to always be on the global stage and interacting with our people, and also in collaboration with the wise man, Sis Rashid, and the rest of the folks. But it's great to be the wise man. I'm in the high spirit. The revelation has been cleared that Ambassador Weah will sit up the second term with all the agitation, the frustration, the envy, and the bitterness that mobilizing the forces. They will be defeated by truth. They will be defeated by truth, and the whole truth
absolutely
will emerge at the final day. So it's great. It's great to be here, and I'll just keep listening with my eagle eyes, seeing you, and also with my lion ears, and be very, very attentive and to understand and get all the analysis that will be coming from you. Great to see, great to hear from you, and great to be on the global stage once again.
No doubt. Welcome, and great. Right. It's great to have you as well. I asked the question if anybody knew what lace is, what did it come about? Did you just begin to hear about it during the George Weah administration? Because Pepsi Yeke is all over the place implementing projects. Did you just hear about it?
I think two ways I can answer it. I know that lays were existing, but then hearing it at this time and seeing it in the actual sense in terms of a full strength,
right,
in terms of the implementation and looking at that agency, it got that birth, it got that strength for that strength for people to see the essence and the importance of lace on a personal way. But it been existing, and which of course I know of, but to hear it, how visible it is today, how important it is today, it is on a President George Weah. So it just tells you how a political will, of a president play a significant role in shifting certain dynamics, when it comes, to development and other things in the country. So,
Right.
but it is something that been existing though. But the actual sense to hear about it, the way it is visible, and the way it is working is on President George WEAH.
Okay, great. Miss Chapin, 1 minute. What do you know about Liz?
Well, I know that list existed before I left Liberia 2014. This was, I can still remember the office. What's the name of that street? 14th Street or something like that. You know that? There's a road, there's a street that connects Camp Johnson Road with the Capital Bypass. Towards, it's not far from the old Ministry of Health, Basseterre-ish.
Right. That's Horton Avenue.
Yeah, Horton Avenue.
Yeah.
I knew it was some Horton.
Yeah.
That's where the office started, if I'm not mistaken. But it came as soon as the regime of Ellen Sally started. When I started seeing Lays.
Right.
And I really thought it was a not-for-profit. Actually, I didn't know it was a government entity, quite frankly.
Yeah.
I always took it to be not-for-profit because it was close to one of the USAID programs. They were almost like sharing friends or something. The USAID program, John Snow,
right.
John Hopkins University public health program. So they had the office just close there. So I took this to be a not-for-profit institution. That until President WEAH came in and started giving projects to Liz. Before I got to know that Liz was actually a government institution.
Right.
I always taken it to be a not-for-profit organization.
Yeah.
You know.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
Thank you very much. And quite a number of you are saying you got to know about Liz under this administration. Yeah. That you got to know about Liz under this administration. And because of the initiatives undertaken by Liz that are visible, that are tangible, that you can see, you can touch, you can feel, that are impactful into the community. Okay? Yeah. Abraham Conner, it is a race car that was parked for 12 years under the Unity Party. It got lubricated. It has been moving at an excessive speed since President WEAH came to power. Amadou Kamara, welcome to you there. Elizabeth Mami Lavla. No, Miara Dan says, is Liz the same as general auditing? No. They're far apart. Far apart. And Amadou say you look like town chief tonight. Brown deer. It was.
I think this, if I'm not mistaken, Omeo had this money for quick impact project. I think that money was channeled to Liz, or Liz used to implement Omeo projects, quick impact project.
Let's go to the conversation, Miss Chapin. Yeah. Henry Duba Hill. It is under the government of President WEAH when I honestly found out about this agency. And Henry Doe, Michael, President WEAH heading to one-round victory October 10. Absolutely. So, what is LIS? Liberia Agency for Community Empowerment, LACE. The acronym LACE, LACE. Will it be shocking for you to know that the sleepy old man, Joseph Boakai, was the supervisor for LIS. LIS is a government organization, corporation, agency that came about during the Unity Party government. Okay? Yeah. Ali Bagayogo. LIS was under the full supervision of former Vice President Joseph Boakai and did nothing in terms of development. And it tells you that LIS been around for years now, before the inception of the CDC government. Yeah. Yeah, that's it right there. Abraham Conan, the Liberian Agency for Community Empowerment, LIS. And Ali Bagayogo, you got it right. LIS was one of those organizations or agencies that Joseph Boakai supervised, that was under his jurisdiction, under his complete control. Okay? These are some of the things that Boakai that he did, that were under his authority. Okay? Joseph Boakai Sr. is a public servant who worked in government for over 45 years. Okay? Let's go to his biography and read it for you word for word, so that you understand what Joseph Boakai did, what he did not do, whether he's a success story that should be given a chance at the helm of the presidency. Let's read his biography. Charles WEAH, Ruth Bodo Bine, Benetta Yah, Ansa Zeke Morris Dugley, Inja Brown, welcome. Okay? Let's read it word for word, verbatim, so that you make your judgment. I want all my opposition friends to come closer to tell us whether this old man was working or he was really, really parked and did nothing as an old car. His Excellency Joseph Yuma Boakai Sr. is a public-spirited patriot and dedicated public servant who has served his country and people diligently. His service to the nation, which spanned more than 45 years, included various positions in government, private sector, agro-related, church, and civil society. In all of those responsibilities, Vice President Boakai, according to them, exhibited exemplary qualities, which is reminiscent of his humble beginnings. Born in a remote village of Wasanga in Foya District, Lofa County, on November 30th, 1944, Vice President Boakai has withstood the test of time and epitomized the Liberian adage, which states, in quotation marks, it does not matter where you are coming from, but where you are headed. End of quote. He is a radiant of hope for his hometown and a model citizen. A radiant of hope for his hometown. His hometown, Wasanga. A radiant is light. He is a light for his hometown, Wasanga. That's what they put in his biography. Okay? Abraham Connor said, he could not build a single gbafa hut in Wasanga, and they call him a radiant in his hometown. Considering his tremendous contributions to society, it did not come much as a surprise for him to have been selected as running mate to Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf in 2005 general and presidential elections on the Unity Party ticket. Honorable Boyka was elected along with President Sirleaf to chart a new course for Africa's oldest republic, which is just emerging from a long, bitter civil war. During the 2011 presidential elections, Ambassador Boyka was again selected by Her Excellency Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, now a Nobel Peace Prize winner, to serve as her running mate in order to continue the development agenda that they have already started implementing in the first term. Where is the development agenda? Why is he not running on it? Vice President Boyka has continued to work along with Mrs. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf to restore law and order in Liberia, to ensure the reconstruction of the country, ensure that peace and tranquility exist in the country. Peace and tranquility. They had 17,000 peacekeepers in the country, and they were still shooting Liberians at party headquarters. Encourage investors to take advantage of the investment climate in Liberia. Encourage investors. 66 bogus concession agreement. And ensure that basic social services are provided for the people of the country, etc., etc. Basic, what are those basic social services? What are those basic social services? Philip Nangbe, Rebecca Seal, Princess Bay Taylor, Rodney Ja, Leo Dan, Henry Dubois Hill. What are those basic essential services that Joseph Boyka government left for the Liberian people? Did they leave running water? LEC, we're going to make the comparative analysis. This is supposed to be Joseph Boyka record. He is president of the Liberian Senate, or was president of the Liberian Senate, and he presides 2 days a week over plenary session of that body. He performs supervisory functions over a number of institutions and agencies, including the Liberia National Lotteries. What did Boyka do as supervisor for the Liberia National Lotteries? Was that agency booming? Did it provide for the needy? What did the Liberia National Lottery, the lottery agency, what did it do for the people of Liberia during Boyka's supervision of that agency? What did it do? I'm waiting. The Liberia Marketing Association, LMA, our market women, market men, Yana boys, yeah and there. Boyka is supervisor for LMA. So it tells me it was under his watch that the Japanese government gave the Liberian government, headed by Ellen Sirleaf and Joseph Boyka, $8.4 million to build the Omega market, the Gorbachev market building. Under Joseph Boyka's watch, as supervisor or overseer of LMA, Liberia Marketing Association, they were able to get $8.4 million. Where did that money go? They ate that money like Grand nuts. That's what they did. No development with the LMA, Liberia Marketing Association. No development. How many new markets did BONG build? Simple questions, though. That's why in his autobiography or biography, whatever that is, what did he do? The Liberia Agency for Community Empowerment, LIS, under his supervision, the Liberia Agency for Community Empowerment, LIS, that Pepsi Yeke heads today. What projects can anyone point to that LIS under Joseph Boakai supervision did in the country for the Liberian people? Today, under President WEAH, we hear about LIS planting solar lights poles across the country. LIS carrying on construction of poor housing units for poor people. LIS is doing this. LIS is doing that. Community empowerment is functioning, working as it should or should have been on a unity party government. What did Joseph Boakai LIS do for the Liberian people as supervisor of LIS, Liberia Agency for Community Empowerment? The National Commission on Disarmament, Demobilization, Resettlement, and Reintegration, under his supervision, the National Commission on Disarmament, Demobilization, Resettlement, and Reintegration. With this one, you will give the credit to President WEAH. Right here. Disarmament, reintegration is President WEAH. Sometimes his own money. Cristiano King, since 2016, every day they edit that his autobiography, put new things and reduce his age. Mark Atto, this old man is rich, but pretending to be very poor. Wow. Okay, that's Boakai's record. That's his record. Okay, supervisor for the Liberia National Lotteries or Lotto, the Liberia Marketing Association, one of the oldest associations in the country, founded by Mommy Baker. Let the children plays old mom, her mom, Mommy Baker, Rally Town Market, founded the Liberia Marketing Association. supervisor of the Liberia Agency for Community Empowerment. Boakai also served as resident manager of the Liberia Produce Marketing Corporation, LPMC, 1973 to 1980. LPMC. Manager of the Liberia Produce Marketing Corporation, LPMC, 1980, 1982. Managing Director of the Liberia Petroleum Refining Company, LPRC, in 1992, and as Minister of Agriculture 1983, 1985. LPMC, Agriculture Minister. What did he do with those two agencies that has to do with the agricultural sector? LPMC, Produce Marketing Corporation, for over 7 years, 1973 to 1980. As Minister of Agriculture, among his enormous duties and responsibilities, he was responsible for national agriculture policy formation. I like that. Policy formation, implementation, support and research, regulatory services. He monitored activities and chaired boards of over 20 agricultural development projects and agricultural cooperative development bank and support institutions. He chaired the board or boards of over 20 agricultural development projects. He also chaired for 1 year a 15-nation West African Rice Development Association, WEAH. WEAH used to be on Broad Street. I went to that office many times. West African Rice Development Association. I think it was on Broad and Johnson Street, somewhere there. And toward research projects of water in Sierra Leone, Ivory Coast, and Guinea-Bissau. He also toward several agricultural projects in Denmark, Belgium, Great Britain, Malaysia, and Ivory Coast in connection with poultry, cattle grazing, rubber and oil palm production and processing, and assisted in the first PL 480 program evaluations for Liberia. That's my point right here. This man who was supposed to be visionary, who, according to them, was a radiant light in his little town, Wasonga. Supposed to be radiant, the light in the darkness. Shine so bright. Okay? Is supervisor. And the one who assisted in the PL 480 program evaluations for Liberia. What is the PL 480 program? Public Law number 480. Medicine Yadolo. What did he bring to Liberia from all those tours? Forget about the tours. The PL 480, the rice that were coming or that came to our country to sell, to develop our program, our agriculture program, our development program, Sell the food, affordable prices, use it for development. PL 480. Public Law number 480. Let's go back. Let's dig a little bit deeper. PL 480 is an act by Congress of the United States that was signed into law that bought food, produce from farmers across these United States. Those foods were stored and when it began to get surplus, they said, let's send the food to Western Europe. Western Europe. They sent those food to Western Europe and told them, you can, it was after the World War II. Sell the food for affordable prices to your people, develop your program. After so many years, Western Europe said, Uncle Sam, thanks, but no thanks. We can make it on our own. We don't want your free food. Take it and go with it. We don't want your free food. The farmers in this country, the United States, did not stop producing. They did not stop producing. The government did not stop subsidizing or buying the food from the farmers. So what did they do? They got new countries on the program. They got new countries on the program. And Liberia was one of those countries on the program, on the PL 480 program. Okay? Liberia was one of those countries on the PL 480 program. And we are seeing that Joseph Boakai assisted in the first PL 480 program evaluations for Liberia. So what did he say in that document that made a case for Liberia to benefit from the PL 480, the free food? Did he say we'll sell the rice and build roads or build schools or build hospitals or develop our agricultural program? Did he say that? I see that he did quite an extensive work here or research with water in Sierra Leone, Ivory Coast, Guinea-Bissau, toward several agricultural projects in Denmark, Belgium, Great Britain, Malaysia, and Ivory Coast, in connection with poultry, cattle grazing, rubber and oil palm production and processing. So what did the PL 480 do for Liberia under Joseph Boakai? I know what it did. I know what the PL 480 under Boakai did. Zero. Zilch. Nada. Foco key. It did not do. Plot. It did nothing. It did nothing. Just like the way Liz, the Liberian Agency for Community Empowerment, did nothing under Joseph Boakai's supervision. PL 480 did nothing. Except that Joseph Boyka was audited, and what happened? Millions of dollars missing from the program. There were 0 native Liberian. 0. There were. Okay? He was audited. His agency, LPMC, Agriculture, Boyka could not account for over $8 million. Amadou Bland, Barian Walker, Sam Ricks. Sam Ricks, thank you for your additional cash app donation there to the CLN project in Liberia. Thank you. $50 was received, I think, last night or today. Yeah. Eddie Mayata Song Belema, Ima Daros Delon words. George Weah created leaders in men and women, the likes of Thomas Fowler, a plank seller, the likes of Muna Youngblood Pelham, may her soul rest in peace. And George Solo, who was basketball around here. No one knew him. But our leaders want us to be toting their bags until they die. Eric passed away. Mama, you my friend. I met you in person. We hang out together a number of times. So I will respond to you. Say, I can't believe he haven't discussed it yet. Because I don't know whether some people get head on their shoulders that can think. That's why I say I've met you, and we hang out before. We talk on the phone many, many times. If you go back on this tape, I spoke about it in the headlines, and it's going to be discussed. Okay? I don't run for anything. I don't run from anything. This is not a platform that discuss one item, that discuss made up stories. No. Wait for the shocker. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, boy, you. Zenem, how are you? Yay, how you doing tonight? Good to see you there from Minnesota. Yeah. Okay, so Eric, just hold on, okay? We're coming to air. Let's don't mind them later, Doma. Let's talk about this one. This one that has to do with this one that has to do with Joseph Boyka resume. Joseph Boyka resume. Awesome, awesome. Miss Zene says I'm doing well. I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome as well. Mark Richard Blair, welcome. Yeah. Joseph Boyka put together the PR 480. Okay? It's like, let's make comparative analysis here. Joseph Boyka assisted in the PR 480 program. Okay? Just the same way Samuel Twe did the Millennium Challenge Compact. Yeah. Gandhi Wilson, welcome there, cuz. How are you? Dorothy Desayu, welcome. Rose Talu. Where's Joanna Zulu? Our rapid fire. Nina Kuya, call Joanna Zulu here, please. Helena Flomo, where are you? I spoke with Helena Flomo the other day on the phone. And she told me a few things, but I can't tell you. Yeah. She said, Mr. Gilmore, you get plenty of daughter then. So just tell my old man hello. Yeah. Yeah, Gatti passed away. Welcome. Elena Flobo laughing. Yeah. Joanna Zulu, where are you? Yeah. Okay. So, you know, when you listen to Isaac Jackson, when you Monique Walker, I can't get Monique Walker to write something too. That how I can get her. When you listen to Isaac Jackson, when Isaac Jackson mentioned the word Yumbly Kanga Lawrence, what comes to mind? When Isaac Jackson said Yumbly Kanga Lawrence, Jerome Gamer, what comes to mind? Okay? So, Joseph Boakai is synonymous to the failure of the PR480 program in Liberia, as Samuel Twe is synonymous to the success of the Hydro, the Millennium Challenge Hydro project in Liberia. Alf Ross Hotel, Sekou Fofana Hotel. Okay, thank you. Monique Walker, synonymous. I told you she will count us. Henry Dubois Hill, hotels and adultery. Oh my goodness. Speedy recovery. Helena Flomo. She said she's in the ER. Yeah. With somebody. Speedy recovery for that person, okay? Yeah, one of her twins. Yeah. Speedy recovery. We pray for her. Okay? Yeah. Okay. So you see, Joseph Boakai, who did the PR480 for our country. Nobody can deny the fact that we did not get that program going in Liberia. Nobody can deny it. Okay? Eric passed away. Eric, my man, tell your man, Lee Tayo, what did you say to me about the PR480? When I took on Winfred Rossa and and the Unity Party folks, Miss Jackie McKay and others on the closing argument. What did you say to me about the PR480? Tell your man Lee Tayo. This is an intellectual discourse. What did you say? Okay? Boakai failed this country miserably. He failed. Okay? He failed this country. He cannot point to anything that the PR480 did for us, except that They sold the rice at higher prices. They pay themselves. They use the money to build buildings, and they rented those buildings to the government. Yeah, Bill Willie. Okay? Yeah, Orita Kwa. He failed the country but enriched himself. Ruth Newe. Okay? What do you see in Samuel 12? And the Millennium Challenge? In another attempt by America to breathe life in Liberia, Samuel 12 wrote the dossier, the paper for the Millennium Challenge for $256 million. $256 million. When Samuel 12 worked at the Ministry of Finance as a consultant. By this time, they regarded him as the legend. The guy is gifted. The guy is brilliant. Samuel 12 is good. When he worked as a consultant at the Ministry of Finance Development Planning, while Ghana paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to firms to write their compact project, Samuel 12 wrote it for Liberia on a salary that was being paid to him. That's patriotism. That's being nationalistic. That's giving back to your country. Even though that George WEAH pay his school fees at LU. Did you know that too? Did you know that too? Did you know that President WEAH paid Samuel 12 school fees? Oh, sorry. Paid Samuel 12 school fees at LU? And many people in his government, he sponsored them. When Samuel 12 wrote that document for $256 million and it was approved, no questions asked, he's brainy, he's gifted, he's talented, he's a legend. That when they call him Baku, Baku is strong. Okay? But the implementation is what will shock you. Thank God that project did not go into full swing until President WEAH came in and said, we're going to continue with this. There was a $6 million that needed to be paid to LEC as government's contribution towards the project. Government just came to be with $9 million in the operating account. LEC banking for $6 million. The students banking for registration. Do something. The opposition inciting the citizenry. Protest, protest, protest. Yeah. Yeah, Circle for Fun, $9 million. That's what this government inherited. $9 million. $9 million. Okay? But because this president and his team are committed, are dedicated to making sure this country, Liberia, succeeds. Yes. Now, come what may, we're going to get this country rolling. Whether we inherited 7 million, 9 million, or 135 million in a reserve, or 155 million in a reserve, this country got to get going. Whether Joseph Boyka failed in the PR 480, whether he stole $8 million as reported by the American government audits, reasons for which he was sacked from the Agriculture Ministry, from LPMC, reasons for which the PR 480 failed in our country, that the government of the United States will stop that program because of the corrupt practices that was uncovered. Joseph Boyka is telling us he's a radiant in Wasanga. Yeah. Abraham Conan, government had to borrow 20 million from the central bank to pay salaries. That's what prompted the harmonization. Thank you. Okay? Pay structure, not sustainable. Okay? At the LPMC, he was the chief executive officer. And as the first Liberian managing director of the entity, he was responsible for export marketing of coffee, cocoa, and palm kernel oil, and was responsible for agricultural purchase, shipment, and handling of the PR 480 program from 1980 to 1984. The PR 480 still behind the mayor. Oh my goodness. Oh. The Messiah, tell your people that to take the PR 480 from behind the old man. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Lawson Zilly. That what it was. But if you combine it with the Liberian dollar component, both Liberian dollar and US dollar, everything will come to almost $9 million. That's why I kept saying $9 million. Even Amara Kone, the former finance minister, said it. That's how I got to know it from the very first time. It was Amara Kone who said it. He said, and he was telling Samuel to stop whining. When we took over in 2012, we inherited negative $26.6 million. Negative $26.6 million in 2012. Who the Unity Party take over from in 2012? Pius Roberts and Lawson Zilly. Who the Unity Party took over from 2012? Unity Party took over from Unity Party. That was the year where they distributed money among themselves. No, this is not 2005. Lawson. 2005, that was Judy Bryant. 2011, 2012. After the 2011 election, Unity Party was still in power. Yeah. Amadou Bland, they took over from themselves. And because they knew they were going to lose the election, and they did that year, that's why they ran the country in the grounds. They ran the economy in the ground. And they left President WEAH $7 or $9 million simply because they could not steal all the money. Imagine the reserve was around 760 million. Around 760 million. And those people brought that money down to 155 million. They took liquid cash out of the reserve, over $480 million, and just divided the money among themselves. Okay? Just divided the money among themselves. Look, Mr. Kia, wait till you see the other one. Yeah. Oh God. He said, but man, you rather bluff it with it with it shot that if you do. Yeah. Okay. They divided the money among themselves. That's what they did. You know the PR 480 thing? The PR 480, whenever I speak about it or talk about it, it hurts. It hurts my soul. Because you know what? Other countries used it, and look at where they are today. Look at where they are today. Japan, Indonesia, Malaysia, Pakistan, the Ivory Coast. Look at where they are today. Other countries got on the program with us. With Joseph Boakai, who did or assisted in the PR 480 program evaluations for Liberia to get on it. What did he say? Yazake Ware, the lady from Atlanta, welcome to you. How you doing tonight? What did he say in that paper? Of course, Eric passed away. Unity Party took over from Unity Party. And then they say, stop whining. When we took over, we got negative 26.6 million. You want to see that write up by what her name? Let me put it up by Amara Kone. Yeah, let's put it up. All right. Okay, this is Amara Kone. That's the picture he used when he did that post. Okay? And this is what he said. In quotation marks, our finance minister is whining about meeting only 7 million in the government of Liberia's consolidated account, CA, in January 2018, after an election year spending. He's very lucky. In February 2012, we met a balance of negative $26.6 million. 19 million overdraft to fund the 2011 elections, plus 7 million bridge finance to NPA. We paid it down to CBL, Central Bank of Liberia, in 6 months. Dr. Sai met zero. The consolidated account is not a savings account. It's a checking account out of which expenses are paid for the government of Liberia. Stop being a crab baby and deliver. Stop being a crab baby and deliver. So, my people, let me put it side by side and ask you this question. Yep. Let me put it side by side. And ask you this question. We inherited negative 26.6 million in February 2012 after elections. Elections were October. Pius Roberts. He said, MG, question. Are you truthful to your wife like this? I'm asking because everything you said here always true. It's not like other hosts. Honestly, Pius Roberts, honestly, maybe that the only person I can lie to sometimes. Okay? You damn crazy. My Jabba Bobo son, Kamara, How you doing? Yeah. I'm telling you. But in a good way. In a good way. Okay. Josephus manner is say I just laugh, Mr. Gilman. No doubt. Okay. So, question. Merido, how are you? Question. Amara Connor says he made negative 26.6 million in a consolidated account. Yeah. Negative 26.6 million. Momo D. Samula. You say the man got you, Mr. Gilmer. But didn't I answer the question too? I didn't jump over it. And Allah did not read it. I read it. Didn't I answer the question? Eh? Awesome, Merido. Russell. Yeah. So he made negative 26.6 million. Stevie Kier, that was a government exam question there. Yeah. The ambassador, Augustine P. Jolo. Welcome, welcome. Good morning to you there. Thanks for being here, my man. Yeah. Yeah. Negative 26.6 million in February. In February 2012. That's Covenant D. Unity Party taking over from Unity Party. Thank you there, Momo Sambula. He said, yes, you did and perfectly answered. Thank you. Rita Kwa and Mr. G Pass, no doubt. Patrick Kayasia, welcome. Okay. Elections were October 2011. Honor Joseph Boaka. October 2011. Amara Connor says he took over in February 2012 and met a negative 26.6 million. So that's October, November, December, January, February. Over 4 months. Over 4 months. Imagine how much negative was there that they were paying small. Because you said they paid the 26 million in 6 months. Imagine how much negative the country was in the whole. Imagine that. Elections, he said after election year, we met 26.6 million negative in the red. But here's the other question. Jolo, Confident D, Joanna Zulu. Here's the other question. Teresa Piaceri, Ali Bagayogo, Bewazi. Here's the question for all of us here. He said, Dr. Saye, the first minister in the Salif Baka government, met zero. Plo. There were zilch, nada. Fokoki were not there. She met zero. Which is okay. Which is better. Meeting zero in the account or meeting negative 26.6 million? Which is better? $0 in the account or negative 26.6 million? Comfort Mommy tell. They're not small hole the country we're in. They're not small hole. Charlene Pratt. After class, you go and take makeup. Just press play. All right? And then you come back tomorrow and tell me, because the answers, everything will be there. Tell me your score. Yeah. And I'll confirm, Mommy tell you, yeah, my small sister, yeah, Josephine Ward. YMG, the fast finding Mr. Triple D. Hi there. How you doing, Jojo? How are you? Okay? Imagine that. Which is better? You met zero from the Judy Bryant government. You not owe nobody. You not owe the central bank. You not owe nobody. You met zero. But then when Unity Party took over from Unity Party in 2012, after 4 months, they met negative $26.6 million. Negative $26.6 million. Huh? From October. And then here's another thing. Here's another thing. How much was for the election? In 2011, the United States government funded the elections. Besides other international partners, the U.S. government provided $87 million for the 2011 elections. $87 million. Today, the government of Liberia, under His Excellency George WEAH, is funding the elections 100%. $91 million by the government. $91 million. $91 million. 100%. Absolutely. Yay. Boy, you Zenan. No doubt. Okay. Gina Jigba, welcome. So, with all of these things, why shouldn't President WEAH be given a second chance? With all of these facts, that we've enumerated to you, why shouldn't President Weah be given a second chance? A man who inherited a country broke on the brinks of falling. Ben Matt, welcome. Cecilia Logan, welcome. Broke. Economy in free fall. Economy in free fall. A man who said, to the people of Liberia, whose representatives we are, we make an appeal to join us, because this is no time for petty and destructive criticism, no time for ill will or blaming others, but instead we must build a noble palace where all her children can live. Isn't he delivering on that or on those promises? Building thee a great palace, building thee a great nation. Isn't President Weah delivering? Isn't he? Isn't he delivering? Are the Liberian people not better off today than 5 years ago, than 12 years ago? Are they not better off today? Are they not better off today? Huh? How many students enrolled at the University of Liberia every year before the CDC tenure, before the CDC years began? How many students were able to enroll at LU? How many? And how many will continue to go to completion? Philip Crack, Rebecca Vanny, Philadelphia. How many students will enroll at LU? The percentage that will go on to complete their studies, graduate before the CDC government. How many? How many have gone back to school since the dawn of the new school era at the University of Liberia and government-run colleges, where tuition are waived? No more tuitions at the university and government-run colleges. How many have taken advantage of that? Eh? Emmanuel Payne, welcome. Eh? How many? How many of us, when we went to schools back in the day, especially public schools like Tottenham High, D12, Central High, or Newport Junior High School, G.W. Gibson, Susan Berry, Painesville Community High School, you name it, those public schools under the MCSS or just government schools. How many of us ran around looking for armchairs to go in the classroom? How many of us? Sometimes we're minutes late looking for chairs. How many of us? Pastor Teenage, Matter Hammond, thank you. How many of us? Even at the University of Liberia, how many of us ran around looking for chairs to run to class? How many of us? That they want to make unpopular the president's dream child to making education free or affordable. Free or affordable. Emmanuel A. Payne, Morifia Demonstration Elementary School. Yep. How many of us? Stephen Kier, Newport Junior High. We were the first with the green and white on the campus. Cecilia Logan, I can remember those days. Martha Hammer, Eliza Turner Memorial Institute, ETMI. Yeah. Okay. We ran around for chairs to run to the next class. You went there, you got there late, no chair in the classroom. You got to go look somewhere for a chair. PCS, Painesville Community. Yeah. S. Peter Followboy. The president, through the Ministry of Education, have asked the 3 students that took the WEAH exams in Liberia to choose their own university out of the country to attend, and the government will pay their fees up to graduation. Thanks, President George WEAH and his government. Barian A. Walker, E. Jonathan Goodrich High School, Bannersville Estate, in the mid-80s. How many of us? People are talking. You know, when people are not honest in their advocacy, when they are not dedicated or committed in their advocacy, when they show no leadership in their advocacies, they are corrupt and complete fraudsters. Okay? They've got nothing to show. So They go around creating fake stories. Like what was on social media, what has been on social media, where students at the University of Liberia squatting on the floors, sitting on the floors, on the walls, and copying notes. At the University of Liberia, Esther Bacon on 13th Street. I remember Esther Bacon. Yep. Boswell Junior High. Yes. Okay. They want us to believe that students are sitting on the floors at the University of Liberia in classrooms. Then they're supposed to show us all of the classrooms where all the students are seated or standing. 50 students minimum, or 45 students, or 40 students. Show us all the classrooms at the University of Liberia campus, whether it's Fendel or the main campus, where all the students are seated, all the teachers, the professors are in class, every section is in session, and there are no vacant chairs, no empty chairs sitting around in any classroom. Show us that picture. Show us that picture. Show us that picture. Don't come with the cheap propaganda that students are on the floors in classrooms. Don't come with that cheap propaganda. And then somebody said, yeah, it is because they just made pronouncement about free school. They didn't think about it, the economy, and what it would take. These very same people said it was not going to be possible to waive tuitions at the University of Liberia and government-run colleges. It will not be possible. Why? Because they said there is no money for that. But guess what? This president, George WEAH, this president have made it possible and made it difficult for any president that will come after him to tell the Liberian people they cannot pay for free education at LU, government-run universities. They cannot pay for wax fees. They can't do this. They can't do that. He has made it impossible, difficult. You cannot lie to the Liberian people anymore that their tax dollars is not enough to pave their roads, that their tax dollars is not enough to build schools, that their tax dollars is not enough to build hospitals, that their tax dollars is not enough to do any development in the country. You cannot lie to the Liberian people anymore. You cannot. You gave him lemon, he turned it to lemonade. You dug a hole for him, he jumped out of it. You blockaded him around the international community and partners. He survived. Every evil plot against him so that he fails, he conquered. He conquered. No investors coming in the country. We agree. There has been no investors. Since in your mind, the only kind of investors you want to see is white people from Ireland, from Germany, from across Europe, Australia, from America, Indian people, Lebanese people. Those are your kind of investors. They can stay wherever they are. Go talk to them not to come. But our young people in the country, our Liberian people, are picking up the pieces, are themselves being investors in their country, developing their country. Our young people, our business-minded Liberians are leaving the United States, are leaving Australia, are leaving Europe, going back home across Africa, going back home and doing businesses in Liberia. Liberians are going back home, doing businesses in Liberia, and they are succeeding. Okay? You talk about no investors. Harriet Weiser writes, as a former Vice President Joseph Boakai, what did he do with the money that was allotted for the Liberian people, like the Lato, LACE, rehabilitation, and to get Zogos out of the drugs and then from the streets, and for the disadvantaged people? So what happened to all of the resources for the natives? This wickedness that this old man and their evil government did to the Liberian people, and they are trying to come and to use them again. Exactly, Miss Weiser. God is looking. Time will tell. Absolutely. Time will tell. Yeah. Emmanuel Payne, Mr. Gilmore, seriously speaking, you are taking my mind way back. Miss Wilson at Monrovia Demonstration School, may her soul rest in peace. She supervised my class. You know, I took the national exams at Monrovia Demonstration Elementary School on Clay Street. Yeah, that's where I took my national exams. My co-host, our co-host, Barbara Marjon, said I should never say the year. I took my national exams at Monrovia Demonstration High School, the Monrovia Demonstration Elementary School. Yeah. He said that school was the only elementary school where you could find rich people's children and top government officials, children attending, only because of Mrs. Wilson. Yeah. Not because of that. That school, the Monrovia Demonstration School, back in the day, was the feeder to CWA. It was just a government school, but that school was better off than many other government schools in the country at the time because it was a feeder to CWA. That's where Alexander Cummings went. He left Monrovia Demonstration and went to CWA. Abraham Conan, you demonstrated against him from day one of his ascendancy. He survived. Can't you learn now that he is destined for greatness? Can't you? Can't you? Yeah. Can't you? Victoria UJ Taquia. Mr. Gilman, every time I speak, you can't answer, sir. Esther Bacon was my. I didn't see your comment, sorry. I try to read everybody's comment. I didn't see your comment. Ain't nothing personal. I beg you. Okay? Yeah. She said Esther Bacon was my elementary school that I graduated from on 11th Street, not 13th Street. Absolutely, yeah. Esther Bacon was right there, 11th Street. I used to live 12th Street too. Okay. Every plot against this president was toppled. Was toppled. He survived everything against him. Can't you see? Can't you tell? You know why? Because that's who he is. Destined for greatness, as A.B. put it. Okay? Destined for greatness. Giving back to the people. Like he stated. Power to the people. Yes, we must. Power to the people. Yes, we must. How does he give power to the people or restore power to the people? Look at where we are today in our democracy. The oldest republic. When President WEAH was in opposition, they attempted on his life. With 17,000 peacekeepers in the country, seditions at their party headquarters were shot at and killed. November 7, 2011. You're welcome, Cecilia Logan. Thank you. Okay? But he took over. We took over. He took over and did not get rid of people from the government like the Salif government did in 2005. Right size, downsize. Okay? Okay? Yeah, we are. We got a report from June 10th, 2004. June 10th, 2004. Liberia. Back to school. But there are no chairs, no roof. From 2004, in this United Nations report on Liberia, Sonny Quillet, 10 June. The RN News, RRIN. Shut down for a year by civil war. Schools in Nimba County, in northern Liberia, are finally starting to reopen, but pupils are taught in wrecked classrooms. with no roof to keep out the rain. They are forced to bring their own chairs from home to sit on, and their teachers have yet to receive a salary. Until the arrival of school in a baskets from the United Nations Children's Fund this week, there were not enough exercise books and pencils to go around. Authorities in the town of Saniquile, near Liberia's northern border with Guinea and Cote d'Ivoire, have managed to reopen a few primary schools with unpaid volunteer teachers since UN peacekeeping troops were deployed there 2 months ago. These are some of the volunteer teachers, 2,300 of them, 2,850 of them that were put on a payroll by this government. The Salif government met them there. The Burka government met them there. Some of them became voluntary teachers during the Burka government. And they did not think about putting these people on the payroll. UNICEF is now helping them out with much needed school kits. These contain exercise books, reading material, math equipment, and pencils. But these emergency supplies only scratch the surface in terms of what is needed to resuscitate the battered education system, which was virtually destroyed by 14 years of civil war. Jack Klein, the UN Secretary General's Special Representative to Liberia, noted recently that Liberia is one of the few countries in Africa where parents are more likely to know how to read and write than their children. Saniquile got blazed in the early stages of the Civil War, but was left relatively unscathed by fighting during the final 4 years phase, which ended with a peace agreement in August last year, 2003. Nevertheless, many schools in this once bustling market town have lost their tin roofs following years of neglect, during which there was never any money for maintenance. For John Menzan, the registrar at Martha Tutman Elementary School, extreme weather is one of the major concerns of his 300 pupils. In quotation marks, each time it rains, we have to transfer the students to another classroom that does not leak or suspend classes until the next day, he said. Okay. Okay. These are some of the things we've been talking about. Sabana Harris, welcome. Ato Solo Senior. Okay. Farafin. Samaworo. How you doing tonight? Okay. That's from 2004. No chairs, no roof. President WEAH took over. You saw the school. We show that picture here from a school from Nema County. I think from Bond City. My mother's son, Anthony Kofa. Okay, we show that building here. When President WEAH made a tour around the country, they began to renovate some of those schools and hospitals and what have you for the good of the people lifting this country. Okay. Payment of wax fees. They want to make mockery of it. It mean nothing. Yeah. They want to make mockery of it. Okay. Under the Boycott government, this country received $4 billion in 4 years. $4 billion from international partners for development. $4 billion. What can they account for? Where did that money go? Compared to President, we are receiving $1.9 billion. Eh? No investors in the country. You had the most investors. And when President WEAH came, some of them folded up and left. Like Ditco used to be on Ronald Street. DRTCO. Ditco. Who remember Ditco? Ditco. Ditco used to be on Ronald Street. Who remember Ditco? That was one of the first companies. They ate the money like Grumpy or AB. Yeah. Yeah, Josephus Mane. I remember from Bond City, Nema County. Yeah. That was Bond High School. Yeah. I probably have the picture. Let me see if I can find that picture. I probably do. Yeah. Let me see if I can find that picture. From Bond High School. Yeah. I don't have it on my files. It's way somewhere in the archives. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Henry Doe. I remember Ditko. Yeah. Charlene Pratt. I remember. Yeah. Josephus Mane. Absolutely. Yeah. They said companies folded up and left the country. No investors. But they had the lowest revenue ever generated with all the companies, all the investors they brought in the country. They had the lowest revenue ever compared to the CDC. The most they collected was $463 million, $463.79 million. The most they collected in a year, $463.79 million, compared to CDC, $579.03 million. $115 million difference. $115 million difference. We'll try to go year by year. We'll dig out that information. How much were collected this year by CDC? How much were collected by Unity Party? How much were collected this month by CDC in that year? How much were collected by Unity Party that month in that same year? Let's get the numbers. Let's see where we are. No investors. You know, numbers don't lie. Numbers do not lie. Okay? That school, the BONG High School, is being constructed today by President WEAH government. Yeah. Okay? It's being constructed. All right? It's being constructed today. Giving the people, empowering the people.
And we have come to give you update. Our schools is a school have opened. We have come to give you update on the project, how far the project have gone, and so on. So, folks, this is the ongoing project in Banha, in Bam City, Nima County District number 7. So, folks, so this is the ongoing project, Banha School, that is currently under construction in the district number 7, Nima County. So school is in section, and we have come to give you update on the project, how far the project have gone, and the level it has reached now. So, folks, this is Banha School. This school building will give you the whole view, the view of the whole building, and we will start from the top. And these are the facility. This is the ongoing school that is currently on construction. So, folks, thanks so kindly. We have come to give you update on how fast this project is going. Yes, so thanks so kindly. And we have come to give you how fast this project is ongoing. So this is the entire building. So, number. How are you? So this is how far the project have gone. so far. We have come to give you update. Yeah. So at Nimba TV, we care for our view. We so we just want to take a look the entire building, to walk around the entire building and give. We still moving around the building. We stay here, make sure pass to grace. Like yes, so the citizens themselves can't believe it. Can't believe that this building is actually raising from this end. So thanks so kindly for following. Nimba. So folks,
Okay. So this project, that video was done September 15, 2022, almost 1 year now. That building is done with. Like Bewasi stated, that work is done. The building is in used. Okay? Yeah. If you saw what was there and what is there today, of huge, huge, vast difference. Yeah. A vast difference. Okay? Freedom and power bring responsibilities, said President WEAH, giving the people the freedom, the power to choose. You want to go to school? School is free. Go to school, learn, develop yourselves. Anybody can become somebody. You can become somebody tomorrow. Okay? Throughout our towns, villages, everywhere, this president have touched every town, every village, every city, every county with some kind of a development. He has. For our people in the past, they say no money. They want use it to come and do the work. They want GTZ to come and do the work, the German aid. They want Norway. They want Sweden. They want Great Britain. But this man has proven that Liberian tax dollars can go to work, can develop our country. Give him a chance. Give him a chance. Give him a place to stand. He will move the mountain. He will move the earth for Liberia. Give him a place to stand. He will move the earth for Liberia. Okay? Yeah. Give him a chance. And for all of you who think that we're going to hear about a drug bust or moringa tea leaves or whatever it is, and will keep silent? No. Whoever is responsible will be dealt with accordingly, according to the law. Okay? An investigation was started before we got to know about it. And I'd like to admonish you to thank the Joint Security. Okay? I'd like to admonish you to thank the Joint Security for stepping up and performing to the task. Because you know what? Absolutely. Every corner, he needs just a breathing space. Okay? Give him a place to stand. He will move the earth for Mama Liberia. Okay? So, we're talking about drugs. I hope we all understand that that even the BBC reported in November 2013, Liberian leaders got arrested over drug smuggling. 2013. Okay? President Salif, the BBC reported that the head of the presidential motorcade in Liberia has been arrested for allegedly smuggling drugs in an official vehicle, the Drug Enforcement Agency has said. Perry Dolo was arrested with 297 kilograms or 654 pounds of marijuana after crossing over from Sierra Leone. It alleged the jeep used is Escort 1, which normally leads President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf's convoy, the DAA said. Mr. Dolo had used the vehicle on his day off, it said. He has not yet commented on the allegation. Okay? Under surveillance, Mr. Dolo was arrested with a Liberian, a Guinean, and a third person believed to be a member of the Sierra Leone military, the DEA said. DEA head Anthony Sow said the accused were being interrogated. They are still with me, going through the process, he said. We want to speedily send them to court because the case is too high. Using a presidential car is too big. Security sources at the Bow Waterside border crossing said Mr. Dolo had been under surveillance for 2 weeks before he and the other three were apprehended at the weekend in the town of Tieni, about 20 kilometers or 12 miles inside Liberia and 120 kilometers west of the capital, Monrovia. He, Mr. Dolo, was not on duty, but he used the official car Mr. So said. The BBC's Jonathan Pelele in Monrovia says Liberia's DEA has in recent years stepped up efforts to curb marijuana farming in Liberia's countryside, but they often complain of lack of resources. According to the 2012 UN Office on Drugs and Crime report, 9% of Liberian high school students use the drug. Liberia is recovering from a brutal civil war that ended about a decade ago. 9% of Liberian students under the Unity Party government, 2013, were using drugs, abusing drugs. And you heard all in that report, I want to emphasize investigation. Okay? So, we are saying to you, I don't believe nothing that comes out of the criminal Stanton Witherspoon empire. He's noted for creating fake degrees. He's noted for creating fake documents. He's done it many times. So we're going to await the investigation, because the investigation was started before we got to hear about it. Give the security forces chance to do their work. And once it is done, we will not conceal that information from you. Okay? Once the government started investigating, that is why those boxes did not leave our IA. All right, Wayne Johnson, I agree with you. Two wrongs do not make a right. You say investigate Finabono. How do we know Finabono is connected? How do we know she's connected? Because Stanton Witherspoon says so? Because they show some fake documents on social media? So we should go and grab the distinguished lady and drag her because a criminal said so? Eh? What did you say to Stanton Witherspoon in the first place about his criminal behavior, his guilty plea? What did you say? Did you condemn him? Have Boyka, who received hundreds of thousands of dollars, said anything about him? People who are associates of Stanton Witherspoon, who have not come out to say a word about his criminal guilty plea in federal court, you do not have the moral grounds, the moral rectitude, the testicular fortitude, the balls to come and say anything about anybody alleging corruption against anybody. You do not. You do not. Okay? So we're going to await the investigation. Lena Addison Outlander, good English, Mr. Gilmore. Thank you. We're going to await the investigation to take its course. A story from 2013 talked about 9% of high school students taking drugs. Those are the 9% that turn Zogos today. Those are the 9% that turn Zogos today on the streets of Monrovia. From 2013, that was one report. 9%. Did it increase in 2014? Did it go down? Did it increase in 2015 or it went down? 2016. Did it increase or it went down? 17. This government instituted the toughest law on drugs in our country. This government did. Okay? So, the law is that if you are caught with drugs, it's a non-billable crime. A non-billable crime. So you cannot apprehend anybody without a due process. Without due process. It took the feds over 3 years or 4 years to investigate Stanton Witherspoon, to have him into their dragnet. Operation Nightingale, 4 years plus. When we told you about it, you did not believe it. But the criminal will come with some fake documents on social media and y'all run with it. Y'all want us to believe you're on your own. Nonsense. You're on your own. Nonsense. Okay? I just like it like that. Little dumber. It made black. What you say? I like it like that. Little dumber said thumbs up. Nonsense. You like it, you not like it. That 12 year. Joe WEAH become president. Gatti pass away. Why are these opposition quick to call people names that they want to target? Fina is very popular with her people in Lofa. So they are now looking to tear her down. Nonsense. Absolutely. Nonsense.
That's how we spoke. Yeah. I'm back on track. I'm back 2018. Chicken go. Marshall Highway. Then we'll get seen and I'll bring you soldier, you know. You my daddy. I'm back with Sawa.
One player become president.
That's a cat. You want to name your logo. But you never name your logo. See, I want to get a book. Anybody can become somebody. So we have become African best. From that it become European best. From that it become our best. From that it become ambassador. From that it become senator. Today, he become president for us. Today, he become president for us.
Enjoy Liberia. Enjoy Liberia. Enjoy Liberia. But Jota we eating 3 times. Jota we eating 4 times. Everybody, my people, it will be Rhoda Braswell, Musuwabi Cooper, Miles SP Pelu. Good morning from Detroit. Quado, mina, quado. Ishmael Pierre, Victor Jella, Favor L. Morris, Mon President, Mon Yano, Edra, we are our president, you know.
Prime Minister Daniel Shaka, shout us, Daniel Siabe. From my ATU, become president.
Become president.
Become president.
Become president.
So we are become president. Become president. Become president because they suffering in Liberia. We are good. We are good. You are our terror, you know, our people. No one in any other one. No one in the theater. No one in the theater. That's your money. This week, with some beggar in the tower. Salamu, the beach of I can't pay you.
Sebleje. Awo yabayu. Ka uno te wake up. Ka uno te wake up. Jerry Akwe.
Because they suffering in Liberia. So we are more blessing.
So we are more pressing. Barian A. Walker.
Our representative from my district war.
Ka uno te wake up. If you all stay my thing about downstairs. Jerry say. Hey, Atta Solution. Our telephone lines are open. We're going to take 5 callers tonight. And our panelists and analysts going to share in as well. Our lines are open, folks. Joanna Zulu, the rapid fire, rapid responder.
Hey, brother G, what's up? Sambi Goka. So Rebecca, Yapata.
Oh, Adua.
I'm a KFC. Yeah, I retire from Panta. Hello, I don't know from Penta. Become president.
Become president. Become president.
So we are become president.
Become president.
Become president
Because they're suffering in Liberia. Oh, you know. Let's go to the phone lines here. Our first caller is from the UAE, Mohammed S. Kamara. Mohammed, welcome on the WhatsApp line.
Good morning, Mr. Gilman.
Good morning. How you doing?
Okay. You know, Mr. Gilman, you have said it all. Unity parties, they have no other campaign message besides to create fake story.
Yeah.
To create fake story. You see, when in Liberia, when the job you're talking about, the fellow you're talking about, I know him very well. Even if you want, I can describe a horse to you, the horse in Bay, in looking down, I can describe the place you go in Liberia.
Yeah.
You go there, you will see him there. He live looking down, and he live looking down. To down looking down, when you're going down looking down, when you go, you will pass by the central mosque.
Yeah.
They had a dusty roller going, little white chapel in your right. Little white chapel in your right. He the only person that get horse down there with steady story.
Yeah.
At steady story, he's a huge guy. He tall. When that job Benny happened, they arrested him. Do you know where they sent that fellow?
No.
Their whole coup. They sent a Gambia. They sent a Gambia. He was former ATU. They sent a Gambia. It was Gambia. He was at. He came in Liberia 2017. He came out Liberia 2017. He spent 3 years in Gambia. He came. He know me very well. He know me very well. He used to buy cement for me when I was selling cement. He know me very well. He's the only person that get that horse. That job Benny, it went down free. All the job Benny were arrested in Liberia. All the cash all jobs there. Just any general in Liberia can show any video evidence that, oh yeah, we were standing there then when they were damaging the job, winning it. No. But today, under the government, it's happening.
Yeah,
they will call general whatsoever they go, they stand, they see the burning the jobs.
Yeah.
But here all, no problem for the government. Only negative. Unity party will go, they pay their own party fee, then they post CDC share on it. They go stand, and I go on a fee. I only go there to just go eat the money. How much is the money they gave you? How much is the money they gave you?
They can't say.
Yeah, that is how much is the money they gave you?
Yeah.
Since I started supporting President WEAH, when I was zero. When I say 2005, not really the age of voting, I had never ever wear any political party share besides CDC. I had never. Because I'm not interested. I used to tell people, I say, even if I'm racing door, when you just throw Unity party share on that door, I will kill that door. I say I will kill it when I'm at door, I will kill it. Because I hate Unity Party. I hate them. Because they care all backward. Backward.
They did.
They don't get out. Yes, they care all backward. No achievement on the Unity Party 12 years. No. What was the achievement we get? Nothing. You will take entrance university. When 100 person go take entrance or now 1 person need come up. Then they say, oh, everybody fail. But today, a 50% take entrance, maybe like 40 or 40 some more person will come up.
Yeah.
Because what the education system is improving. Everybody fighting is improving.
Yeah.
But they do nothing. Only to sport or to buy more. They say they buy more President WEAH. Why are they buy more? You want to buy more President WEAH? Somebody get out, they say they from Southeastern. Oh, the president tell you buy one Southeastern. So the president came in like bro, or the entire, maybe all the country in Southeastern could vote President WEAH to win. President WEAH could become president. Sano could make President WEAH president. Grand Crew could make President WEAH president. River said the country could make no. The man is a president for the entire country.
Mm-hmm.
He's a president for the entire country, so you have to care on development in the entire country. It's not particular region or particular tribe or particular nationality. No. You see, but they are doing this thing. Other people, a president, we are get mad and you say, oh, let me focus on the Southeastern. Then they will go to and we tell you, say the man only get up for the Southeast. And the man smarter than them. That's why the man tell them before.
Right.
He say, if you feel you banner, I'll banner more than you.
Yeah.
The man smarter than them. As you thinking low, the man thinking ahead of you. Somebody that play football, before you get power, before you score on goalkeeper, you have to calculate the shot you will take, the level in which you have to play that ball. So they have nothing. Only to say lies. They will go pour people down. Oh yeah, what generally cannot report this thing besides Unity Party thing? What generally cannot say, oh yeah, we brought this story here. Yeah, we were standing there when CDC people were sharing money on people. But only they the one can bring a recording. What generally can bring it? See what happened in Robert Sport yesterday?
Yeah.
Do you know that Mo Ali almost killed somebody there?
Almost killed somebody, yeah.
Almost killed somebody there yesterday, but that is good for the journalists. It's good for them. They will learn sense. It's good for them. The only big spoon journalists, it was spoon journalists yesterday. They collected the brain and they leave all the other journalists in there. But they could bring spoon journalists.
Mm-hmm.
You see? The level of sentiment they carry on, because how can you look at the letter that Senator yesterday they read? So you want to say those that are new on that people, they not go to school, they don't know how to read their name. Somebody go to school, the woman in Naomi Pinabono, they say Pinabono. So she not show your own name, you will miss the other one behind it.
Yeah, you miss it. Yeah. Because everybody know how to be finna. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much,
So your own
Mohammed.
Thank you, Dad.
Thank you. Let's bring our Comfort Sappy. She hardly called the shows. She calls tonight something inside.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Hello, Mr. Gima.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Good.
I always listen. I can be on the show, I can be listening to you.
I know.
So yeah. But tonight, something I think about something and I dream about it. So that I come on the show here to tell everyone of us so we can pray for our president. So we can pray for him. Because Prince Johnson and Jeremiah Kun, they in our Nima County there, they playing with big medicine. But they say medicine, juju medicine. They playing with it. So they can win. Yeah. Special Jeremiah Kun, in our Nima County there, in our own county, social medicine, they need.